For those that really don't get it, and don't understand in delays, it's tools. When you're trying to set up and get started for a job, it takes 30 minutes. So set up everything, pull extension cord, as in the extension cord, get all your tools, and if you don't have your blades, all your tools that you need to get the job done, there's going to be a setback and delay. It takes 30 seconds to grab the tool from out of your car. 30 seconds, 30 minutes, 30 minutes in total to grab the tool from out of the car. If you're using your compound miter saw and your sawhorse with it, it's going to take 30 minutes to set those two things up, pull extension cord, pull all the other tools, get your sawhorses. If you're going to be building something like that and you don't bring your sawhorses, you're going to be doing it on the floor, on the ground. It takes twice as long. When the walls aren't square and plumb, it's a major fight to figure out how to get it to look halfway decent. It's all about energy and presentation and how willing and how motivated you are to get it done. If you're haggling with clients and you're renegotiating this and you're doing tit for tat and you're going back and forth communicating, trying to decipher who is in control, who is the boss, like first of all, that's already known, that's stated. You, the contractor, get hired, you have a boss, and you, the contractor, are the boss of your employees and the boss of your tools. If you're working solo dolo, there's a lot of mathematical calculation that happens or goes into the thing. So when you're communicating and you're talking with your client and you want to put up a wall and you want the wall, say that you're assuming the board is what, 8 feet plus long, and it's less than 6 feet plus, it's say 6 feet 6 inches, and he wants the wall to be longer centered and the material is not long enough, then you got to renegotiate and refigure out what's going on. That's when the flexibility comes into play. You got to learn how to be flexible and work with each other, coordinate, and figure out a solution that falls in place where both parties feels perfectly happy and content with the end result of the product. I tend to make a lot of mistakes here when I'm doing stuff like this, under the impression that a lot of the guys who call me to do work for them, they are aggressive and they move in a manner or in a way that it's deceiving. Like they gave you this preconceived notion that they have everything worked out, the materials, the total supplies, that, and it's not. Like for instance, today I was under the impression that we had all the pieces of board here. See, I can't finish because there's a one piece down the bottom that I'm missing. So now I gotta go stop what I'm doing and then go get in contact with him and deal with it. And then when I get my energy off, and it takes me an hour or two to get back on track. You gotta try to find the most common way to basically work with each other to get the things done in a timely manner. And this type of work is more about doing mathematical calculations. You gotta like try to figure out how to get it to where it works and looks clean. When you're not paying attention and you're stressed out, this is when stuff like that happens, mistakes. Back to hydrating. It's another warm day. The sun kicked my brown bazooki today, and it's time for me to get my drink on. It wasn't nice for the morning. Trying to. And then I messed around and didn't bring the tool to swap out my blade. This happens a lot when you're using an old blade. It's dull, it'll rip up the board. At that point, this is what's taking the brunt of the situation, the load of the work. This is what's going to be overworked because you don't have a new blade on there. And that's my fault. So at some point, I'm going to try and swap out this blade because it's way overdue. It's time for a new one. Another tip for those guys out there doing construction: if you're running a 8-hour shift, say you're doing minimum 8 hours, 7.5 to 8 hour shift, and you're running your saw, these blades will only hold up at 9 hours per day. I'm saying 9 hours because I'm in Latin America and in Central America, but 7.5 hours, it's about 7 hours 15 minutes minimum. Within 3.5, 4 days, these blades are shot. It's time to be replaced. So today I ran this bad boy from I would say maybe 10 o'clock, 10:30ish, till about maybe 2:30, but not constantly. It got stopped every now and then. So within that time, you can maybe subtract another 45 minutes of me not running it all the time. So you got to make sure every 3.5 to 4 days you swap your blades out. Let your clients know. This is one of the reasons why I'm highlighting that. Goes the same for your warm drive. If you're running it, 7 hour shift, the blade won't hold up. 3.5, 4 days, the blade is going to be shot. The same with your table saw and your hammer drill blades. They will burn out, and then that's when you're starting to put all the weight on the engine, the brushes and all that stuff in the machine inside. Then you got to make sure that you do service, you get your machine serviced. That's another thing that is critical for the machine to be able to withstand and last its full life expectancy. You got to make sure you service it. Well, that bad boy have never seen a service shop. That's my own fault. This is another thing right here, tips. They're like $5. When you're gonna start your project, make sure you get 3 of them or 4, minimum 3 or 4. You get to choose and decide. I like to do 4 or 3 based on the fact that one is in reserve and gets put up. So you buy 3, and then you have 1 extra, which is a fourth one that's your spare in case they get stripped out. Guys who aren't used to using drills and equipment like that, they will burn out these tips right here in less than 4 hours. And if that's all they're doing, running the drill, minimum, if an inexperienced guy is running the drill, minimum 4 hours. Now if someone is experienced, they'll give you a good 2 to 3 days. Remember, this is iron against iron. Eventually it's going to get worn out. Same with your measuring tape. They get worn out here as well. Your hammer drill, the chisel, you got to put a little edge on it as well because they get worn out the more you use them. We do work for like, shares, and comments. Remember to subscribe to the channel. And check out the about section as well. There's other things that are available. We got membership. We got other little pocket packages like buy me a beer or buy me a coffee. We got all that stuff up in there. You can go on and check it. We even have it where you can purchase different types of native trees to Central America that you purchase it. You put in whatever you'd like. And I go out and I find different parts of riverbank parks and other areas to go and plant them out. Together we are making a difference. And thanks for all the new subscribers. And thanks for all my old subscribers as well. And all my old subscribers who keep on watching and sharing the videos and commenting. Thank you. And then to all my new subscribers who keep on watching, viewing, sharing, commenting, liking, and forwarding it as well. Thanks for interacting with me and keeping it going. And for all those who are non-subscribers and keep on watching and been watching and doing whatever you can to assist the channel as well, I greatly appreciate you guys. Thanks so much. It's been helpful immensely. It's been one of the things that keeps me motivated and jazzed up and getting up every day and getting out and doing my videos, recording, editing, and doing my drafting and stuff, all that stuff. Well, today I'm winging it because uh, I'm at the end of the day and I'm a little burnt out. But I'm still in putting that energy and that effort with pizzazz, that zeal, that tenacity to make this video before I crash out and burn. Alrighty, thanks. And oh, when you guys are out and about, you're traveling out and around, and you see my ugly mug, say hi, hello, stop on. We can get a little conversation going. Maybe we can get together and do a collab. We can collab and do a video together, or go on a little adventure somewhere in the great nation of Belize as well. Take care of yourself and keep on watching. Well, I messed up. I didn't think about the length. There's 2 inches here and then another half an inch. So I need some 5-inch screws to basically show up this section right here. And there's a little bounce or a little plate in there.